Alright, hey there. Welcome to Cash Blaster Singular. Eric plays Vector 36. Alright, so Vector 36 is a game where you pilot a, I believe it's called a skimmer. And it's essentially like, I don't know, this is, if you like crossed Armored Core with like Star Wars pod racing for the N64, and I don't know, maybe some other crazy shit, you might get this game. It's still pretty rough around the edges, but it's very much a game. Like, I'm not calling it a VR experience, because it's like, feels like a game that you can play, and it's fun, and it's rewarding, and it's pretty cool. Right, like you have your weird pod racer type thing, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is like a generic pod racer. You like went to the shop or something, right? It'll take a really long time to load. This is a big problem with this game, is that, well, that doesn't take too long. But loading screens are generally pretty crap, right? Yeah, okay, so we have all these different skimmers. You can go through here, right? Skimmer, all these skimmers. They're like custom skimmers and whatever, and honestly, I don't care, right? Because what you could do is you could buy parts. Okay, cool, engine parts. Different part. These are all different engine parts and all different types of parts, I guess. So you know what? I would really like a new what? Wait, these are lifters, lift vector thrusters. So let's see. We want one with a high max power. Right? Wow. This is like, what's the max power on this? Durability is kind of crappy. I want a high max power, high durability, but I also want it to be responsive. So I guess I'm gonna buy this one. This one looks pretty cool, right? I don't think I already have this one. Do I? I'm gonna say that I don't. Alright, let's buy it. I think I can afford that. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna go to the garage, and now you're gonna see the cool stuff. So something you could do is you can like super customize your skimmer. I'm not talking about like I compared it to Armored Core, but that's not really totally fair, right? Because Armored Core really just lets you, if I remember correctly, it just lets you slot on parts, and you don't have that much flexibility as to where they have slots. This is a little like that, but there's some sort of core differences. All right, we got our main thrusters, and something you should know with them. So this is a good kind of example. Yeah, see, good example. You can move your main thrusters around, and you might be like, oh, whatever, right? You can move them, but you can rotate them. As far as I understand it, it's actually like physics simulated. I mean, to an extent, anyway. Obviously, it's not like, I'm sure the physics simulation isn't super fancy, right? But really, I mean, right, because you can affect how your craft handles by messing with the position of these things. You actually have an electronic control unit, it's a fly-by-wire thing, and you can actually go in and affect what axes on your controller affect, like, what boosters. So you can, like, I mean, you could, like, set right to left. You could have, like, you could mix your, like, thrust boosters with your lift boosters and, like, all sorts of crazy shit. And yeah, so okay, we got lifters, right? Some cool lifters. Those are our lifters. But what if we have different lifters? Right, so you like click on the part, and if we want to use our new ones, I think these are the new ones. I don't know. You click on it, and you. Alright, so put some new lifters on here. Yeah, those are weird lifters. Those don't have a high power. I want these ones. Yeah, I mean, so this UI isn't super intuitive. I would say that probably is maybe not a point in its favor. But yeah, so you got these lifters. Delete them. Got these lifters. Oh. Get these. I'm gonna assume that these are like pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. Just gonna stick these on. However, right? I'm gonna save it. And then we're gonna... Wow. That didn't work out so well, did it? So that appears to not lift, is what I would say about that. Wow. Okay. Anyway, that's not super exciting. I'm gonna save. I think our lifters went back to the old lifters. You know what? I'm perfectly fine with that, because I don't know how these new lifters work, if I'm being honest. So, right, we're gonna go. We're gonna race. So I get a bunch of different races, get some tutorial races. You want to do all of these. They teach you why your ship actually handles. Kind of important. I'm gonna do this race. How are we doing for time here? Yeah. Okay. So, racing is interesting. I like it a lot. It feels like you're piloting like this wacky craft along the surface of a really craggy planet, which is supposedly Mars. Yeah. So there's some interesting things about racing here. You can adjust your bias, and your bias actually controls the sort of mixing between your lift thrusters and your forward thrusters. And you also have a boost button, which is unlikely to be. Or hold on, you have a jump button, which is unlikely to be, which sort of, because it's a boost for your lift thrusters, and then A is a boost for your normal thrusters. And there's also some sort of, you can like turn fuel into weapons by like hitting the X button, I think. And so that's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm just gonna really pump on the gas here and pray that I don't get myself killed. If you get damaged while you're racing, what you have to do is you have to actually power down your craft and let this little drone come by and repair your craft. I really like this game's soundtrack. I mean, I don't know how much there really is at this point, but it's pretty heavy on the drum bass. Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like it suits the aesthetic pretty well. But yeah, flying these is pretty tricky because they really drift around. They don't really have any brakes to speak of, and it's really easy to hit things. So yeah, you really have to kind of, when you're going around a corner like this, you really have to compensate in advance, and it's very Wipeout feel. If Wipeout was maybe a little more open, and I don't want to say slower, because I think we're probably moving pretty fast. It doesn't feel that way because of the way the tracks and environments are. Oh my god, and my cat is scratching on my back. Oh boy. Alright. So, yeah. I'm just trying to... This thing handles like crap. And this is the thing, is that like, getting the right gear, I mean, this would normally be a criticism, right? Getting the right gear is maybe not, it's sort of hard because you have to win races to get money, and winning races is pretty difficult right out of the gate. And you need money to buy gear to make your ship better, your skimmer, I guess, better. Oh god, I can adjust my bias so I get more lift and less forward thrust. But yeah, getting parts for your skimmer is like not easy, and then figuring out what parts you really need and how they work and how to put them on effectively. is not clear to me, and also I think you have to like, I mean, I don't know if you have to use your ECU, like you gotta set it up custom so that you get the correct mixing or not. I'm assuming it's more or less done for you. Wow, this is not good. Alright, just on my forward bias. But yeah, basically, like, setting up your ship is maybe not the best explained. There is sort of a tutorial. I think it's part of its charm, though, in that, like, there's a lot of room for experimentation. And apart from that, I mean, there's not like these racers have personalities or anything. So it's, I mean, it's kind of cool if they leave it sort of open. They're like, hey, we got all this stuff, like, just kind of play with it. I don't like, and I didn't realize this, but one of my friends tried to buy this game, and I guess there's already, even though this is an early access game, there's some like microtransaction content where you only get 2 slots for ship setups and you have to pay for more. So I don't know that I would have paid money for the game if I done that. I mean, it was on sale, so I'm gonna hit the wall. Oh, that's really bad. My skimmer is very, very damaged. All right, so I have to set myself down here. Hopefully, okay. Skimmer ready for flight. Good. We're gonna put our forward bias way up. We're gonna really, really boost. So I don't wanna get too far behind here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel kind of weird about the microtransaction-y, like, hey, you have limited slots. It would be more of a fun thing to unlock, right? Because this is a racing game where, like, you unlock stuff by winning races, which gets you money, so it'd be cool to get more garage slots by actually playing the game. I guess maybe you'll be able to do that, right? Like, I don't know how the game's going to work out in practice later on. But, yeah. And I guess this was slated for, I think it's a late 2015 release, and they released it early on early access because it's not going to get done. I really hope the game gets finished, because, I mean, now that I bought it, it's pretty cool. This is one of the more fun, rewarding, I think, like, come back and play it again experiences I've had on the, I don't want to say experiences, games that I played on the Oculus. I kind of wish that man, that's that really sucks. I think I'd almost beaten this. Alright, well, it's a damn shame. Maybe I'll try a different race. Or no, I'm gonna restart this one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens in this game. Yeah, as you can see, like, racing is pretty challenging. I would not describe it as being anything close to easy. It's kind of weird. But I do like the way it feels like build your own pod racer, race around Mars. Is a pretty neat concept for a game, and I think it's implemented pretty well. Alright, I seem to be doing better this time around. So we'll see if we can beat these guys. So I mean, if I get quiet, right, it's because I'm focusing. So I actually haven't beaten a proper race in this yet. I've been getting pretty, I don't want to say good, I'm getting pretty adequate at the racing. I don't honestly feel like the AI is that great, but sometimes I feel like they tend to crash a little bit less than I do, so I'm not going to be too critical. Yeah, clearing that jump is the #1 thing that ends up killing me, generally speaking, is a big gap like that. Really, really, really hurt, because you sort of like have a maximum altitude that your thrusters will bring you to, and that altitude is dependent on the environment below you. So the fact that the terrain is really varied and kind of rocky, it means that you really need to be strategic about using your lift thrusters, because if you come over something like this, you tend to fall really quickly, which can lead to you sort of skimming on the ground in a way that is not desirable. gaps like that, you can get kind of stuck in them. You have to restart the map. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how much damage I'm doing to my craft by skimming around like that. If I had to guess, I would say some. I don't know. Facing forward with this, it's really just really concerns me. You also have a, sorry, you have a heat indicator. I don't know if you can see that on your stick there. You really don't want your craft to get too hot. Yeah. You can see it gets pretty hot when you're boosting. Yeah, so taking turns preemptively like this is a really good plan. That is a personal best. That's exciting. Yeah, the spatial audio in this, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I'm still kind of getting used to using audio in VR, but it feels pretty good. I guess I don't know how well it's actually implemented. Because there isn't that much audio to speak of, right? Like, there isn't that much going on the surface of Mars. Like, the environmental effects are, I don't know, a little bit sparse, but occasionally you get, like, things clunking around to your left and right, and they do kind of sound like they are happening to the left and the right of your craft. And it's pretty satisfying. You like crank the volume up. It does feel like you're trolling around on a junky hovercraft on the surface of Mars or whatever. I'm gonna assume that this game isn't like perfectly accurate to the actual layout of stuff on Mars. I assume that there was some creative license taken here, but I guess I don't know, right? As far as I know, you can get topological maps of Mars, so I suppose if they wanted to do it, they could find a track. Yeah, that's the stuff I'm talking about, like planking around. Nice little environmental effects. I don't know what they are, though. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be. It's making no sense. I also don't know. Oh my god. Why 10 bias? What in the world just happened? Like, my bias went down to 10%. I should explain. Higher bias means that you have more power going to your forward thrusters. Yeah, I don't know why that suddenly went down, or what that would even mean. Also, sometimes it seems like my boost doesn't work. Like, I'm holding down A almost constantly. See, my temperature isn't rising. Sometimes it is. I don't really know what affects that. But I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna probably look online and see if there are some other people who play this game. It seems like I think there are only 3 reviews on Steam. I'm not even trying to beat one. Wow. That's position 1 with a time of 320 seconds. Grand prize is $3,000. Man, that. Oh wait, no. Yes. $3,000. That really kind of sucks. That's not a great amount of money. Okay, well, fine. Go back to the garage. So yeah, I mean, that is Vector 36. I'd really like, the things I'd really like is I would like, I mean, I guess to be better at racing so I can get more money, right? But I'd also, like, I actually have no idea how to spin the ship around. And that's really pretty frustrating. Also don't know, like, what is this? Max power? Not, like, what is a Barris 50? How does it not have power? Like, Does it not have boost? What the hell does that mean? And where is it? Like, that's a... Okay, so that's a thrust... That's a thrust thing, right? Okay. Oh boy. So, that's interesting. I think these are my default ones. But then there's also these thrusters, which... Yeah, these came on my stock on my ship as well. So maybe it's if I select these, right? And I hit delete part, then can I select this and do set part? Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know. Okay, so I think if I put these here, right, this is gonna be a fun little adventure. And then this is my, I believe these are my radiators. Yeah, the radiators on the back, so I can put my lifters. Wait. Okay. Whoa. Oh, nuts. Okay. All right. This is really kind of a pain. So I'm going to set these parts, right? And now hopefully I can put my other lifters, right? I have, oh jeez. Oh, and that's my alarm telling me that I should probably be done with this. But before I do that, I'm going to take these thrusters, right? I'm going to put them down here. Set that part, right? I'm going to click these thrusters. Here, and that is gonna work. Oh man, I have 3 sets of thrusters. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna save this. Alright, cool. That thing works. So now what I'm gonna do is all on? Yeah, they are. So now we're going to do a quick test race. Sure, Noctis loop, whatever. I just want to see how this thing handles real quick. Probably not going to finish this race. Probably going to be done this video in a moment, but I would just like to see how this thing handles with a massive amount of thrusters. And I'm going to guess it's gonna probably tend to what? Let's see. Overheat maybe? Use too much power? I don't know. Oh, this thing feels heavier. Feels more sluggish, for sure. Oh, also, I've overheated, and I'm on fire. So that is... And we're in the water. Okay. Well, that sure was interesting. Huh. We sure do boost fast though. So I guess that's good. I really am not clear on what caused my skimmer fire. Maybe it just heated up the way it just did. That's really all it was. It's just heating up the way it is now. It does seem to be heating up faster, so that, I guess, wouldn't surprise me too much. Yeah, I mean, I guess my next step is I'm going to try and find... I wonder if some of the frames allow you to mount more forward thrusters. So that would be pretty cool. I do feel like we have a lower top speed. Maybe that's just because we have more weight that our engines have to carry around. I feel like we're at the same top speed but higher momentum, inertia, whatever, but I guess I'm not an expert, but by any means not an expert skimmer pilot. I don't even know if we call them the right things. I think they're called skimmers. It's literally just in the garage, so I probably could have like read just now. But you know, who does that? Who reads stuff? Alright, going up on this guy. I think something I can do, which would be kind of neat if I could do it successfully, is I think I can like nuke him with fuel from my thrusters, which would be mean and hilarious. Oh goodness. Well, that didn't really work out when I did it. Alright. Well, that's it. This has been Vector 36. Yeah. Cool game. Hope it gets finished. Peace.